Name is Stephen Kelly. I'm a married father of 4 children. I'm a company owner and I was born in 1971. Why did I join DMC Fitness in the first place? I guess it was down to probably a classic situation of seeing myself in some photographs, holiday photographs, where I looked back on them and I was probably quite unhappy with what I was seeing back at me. Also, I think I was probably in my mid to late 30s at this point, and I felt probably had slipped into some pretty poor habits, mostly eating and drinking habits. And although I was working out a little bit, probably not really enough focus or enough clarity in terms of what I was doing. So yeah, just found myself drifting into sort of almost feeling like a middle-aged man before I really wanted to, and certainly not being in the shape that I really had wanted to be at that stage of my life. Probably initially the biggest shift in my fitness journey was the weight loss. I probably lost 3 stone in the first 6 months with Davey, and it was weight that I hadn't been conscious I had put on particularly. I never felt I was particularly heavy, but as I say, I caught a glimpse of myself maybe in a holiday photo, and I thought, man, I'm not particularly happy with what I'm seeing. I don't look in particularly good shape. So went to see Davey, sorted out my nutrition, sorted out a fitness and training program, and lost 3 stone in the first 6 months. So that was quite a dramatic change. So much so that a lot of my friends were, I think, quite shocked at the difference. Maybe if I hadn't seen them from 1 month to the next, they were actually quite shocked at the visual change in me. I'm 52 now, maybe 53 this year. I want to still be able to do pull-ups and chin-ups when I'm 60 and above. I want to still be lifting heavy weights. I want to be able to go and do a 10K. I want to still be fit and healthy and strong. And definitely having started seeing Davey, I guess it's just tuned me into thinking that way. I'm quite an obsessive nature, and thankfully I've now been able to channel my obsessiveness into fitness, which has obviously been good for me, I think. So my goals have changed a bit. I've done the kettlebell competitions with Davey. I've done all that stuff. I'm probably now in a stage with DMC where I'm focusing on strength training, and I'm really enjoying that. I've got a gym at home. I do a lot of strength training at home as well, and then on a Thursday when I see Davey, probably we focus either on chest and arms or chest and back and various things like that. But we work on strength training. Goals, like I set myself mini goals, I suppose, whether it's setting a PB on a lift, a deadlift, or a squat, or being able to do a certain number of chin-ups or press-ups, or just generally feeling, okay, this year I want to get to the end of the year and still be able to do this, or still be able to feel like I'm in a decent shape. So I suppose mini goals, that's about it. I don't really have any specific goals now other than just to try and stay as fit and healthy as I possibly can do into my 50s. I think the environment that the guys create in here is perfect for somebody who's probably not used to maybe training. Maybe it's somebody who's new to training or hasn't trained for a while. I know, because I've used loads of commercial gyms in the past, it can be a little bit daunting for people, particularly if they're just beginning their fitness journey. They maybe don't know what they're doing. They need advice. But it's more the environment that the guys create in here. As I said earlier, it's a family-run business. It's got a lovely sense of community. I know loads of the people who come here to train, and you have a good bit of banter with them as well. It's good. You get down to the work as well, though. But it's just a lovely environment. It's welcoming. It's non-threatening. Nobody's judging anybody. There's various people in here who are incredibly fit. There are people who are just starting their journey. Nobody judges, because they all recognise that if you've made the effort to come here, it's because you want to improve yourself, and there's nothing better than that.